Zombies. We talk about a lot of zombies on this channel, and with zombies, there are obviously a lot of things that come with it. From guns, to maps, to Easter eggs, to round of hundreds. I mean, the zombies content is really unlimited. But today we're going to focus on a key aspect of every Call of Duty game, and that is the zombie maps. Now, I picked out 4 maps today that I'm going to be ranting about, and that I think are very underrated, if not criminally underrated. I mean, why don't people like them? I don't know. We're gonna find out though. And if you have any insight on like why you think these maps are bad, or why you think these maps are underrated or good or whatever, make sure to leave them down in the comments. I'll definitely be checking them. I reply to almost every single one of them. So if you do have anything like that, or you want me to, rant about another thing, leave it down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your input. Now, without further ado, let's get on to the rant. Now, the first map that I've picked out of the 4 is Shino Numa. And I know, before you start ranting at me in the comments, let me explain. Shino Numa is not overlooked in World at War, but it's overlooked a lot in Black Ops 3. And I would go on a limb to say that it is the least played Zombies Chronicles map of Black Ops 3. And possibly the least played zombies map ever. I would bet that even our good old pal Die Rise gets more playtime than Shino Numa on Black Ops 3. But why is this? I mean, the map is good, right? I mean, it was good on World at War. People got to round 1,000. Had the first map with dogs. Like, these are all really good things coming from a map. But what happened in Black Ops 3 that really made it go under the radar? Well, I think just a lot of things changed in Black Ops 3, and the playstyle moved from more of Easter egg high round community to a lot of new casual players coming in. I mean, with a little bit of long time fans, but it was mostly new players, and they wanted to get right into a match of Origins. They didn't want to play Shino Numa. There's no pack-a-punch. I mean, what is there for them? But where I think Shino Numa on Black Ops 3 really shines is the horror aspect. Shino Numa is by far, in my opinion, the scariest map on Black Ops 3, and you can fight me in the comments all you want, but I think Verrucht even falls short to Shino Numa. Now, I think where the horror really stems from on Shino Numa is the ambience on the outside of the map, as well as some things on the inside of the map. For example, when you're walking around on Shino Numa, you will occasionally hear just random animals off in the distance screaming, or children laughing and playing, or Rick Toffin's voice screaming at you when you hold the X in a book. Like, that is scary. When you're there alone and it's foggy overhead, there's lightning going off, you can hear thunder in the background. Like, that is scary. That's what Zombies is supposed to be. And yes, while I get Verrucht is in, an insane asylum, it is still, in my opinion, falls short, especially with the cartoony aspect of Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3 wasn't all cartoony as Cold War was, but Black Ops 3 definitely took a step up with the graphics, which I think kind of limited the horror aspect of things, but I think Shino Numa really excelled. I mean, it is just a stellar version of the map. I think it's the best remaster of any map we've ever had, and that's just saying something because I like the ambience. I really pay attention to the small details. I think Origins on Black Ops 3 was good, but Black Ops 2 Origins is still better in my opinion. But Shino Numa, I would rather play on Black Ops 3 if I'm being honest. But the map as a whole has a lot of things that I do enjoy besides from just the aesthetics. You have the Flogger Trap, and I know that came out in World at War, but with the remaster, it was perfect. I mean, new players got to experience what was probably the best trap we've ever had in Zombies. I mean, it's the most fun. Zombies just, they go flying, bro. The layout is good. It has 4 sections with a middle area that you spawn in, and you can travel to each different one. You can open up different doors for perks. And while I don't like really the randomized aspect, I get where it's coming from, and I really do appreciate it. It makes you explore the whole entire map instead of just opening up 2 ways out of spawn. It was the first map with dogs, I think. Don't question me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was the first map with dogs, which obviously is a good addition. Now, this is where Black Ops 3 falls short, in my opinion. The World at War dogs were scary. Black Ops 3's, bro, you could fart on them and they'll die. But they're still a good addition to the map, in my opinion. I mean, they give you a max ammo every few rounds, so who can really say they're bad? And the last complaint why people, overlook Shino Numa is they say it's too easy. But in my opinion, again, on Black Ops 3, everything's balanced out. Shino Numa is a great map. It's hard to hit around 100. In World at War, you could hit around 1,000 in 3 hours, I think. I don't know. But it's fast. And with Black Ops 3, you have to take an actual strategical, point of view for the map. If you don't have Mega Gobblegums, this map is very hard. You have to use traps, you have to cycle out, the Wunderwaffe. You have to do a lot of things that I think is perfect for around 100. If you're really looking for a challenge and as well as a horror experience, please play Shino Numa on Black Ops 3. Turn your sound all the way up, play solo. It's just another experience. But moving away from Shino Numa, we have another kind of jungle theme map that I think you all know. It's Zetsubo no Shima. And while I think it is very underrated, it has, in my opinion, become less and less underrated as time went on. When Shino Numa first came out to Black Ops 3, everybody was skeptical. I mean, why would you want to play a map that's a collectathon over, you know, the Ryzen Drac or, you know, the Giant? Those maps are really good. You know, they're put in the top like 10 maps of all time. And why would you want to play Zetsubo? But I'll tell you why. First and foremost, Zetsubo is my favorite map on Black Ops 3, without a question. And I know that might be a little controversial, but I love it. I love Zetsubo. I think it's a great map. It's very different from the other Black Ops 3 maps, which gives it its own kind of aura, and it really fits the tone of Tokyo, which the map is obviously based on. The setting is the best in Black Ops 3, in my opinion. Maybe Shadows of Evil can be argued with it, but to me, it's just that somber tone of, you know, being in a jungle alone, trying to fight these weird Thrasher zombies, you know, trying to get a Masamune and killing, you know, the final boss. Like, that is just... It's cool, you know? It's not as in your face as the other maps, but it's very good. It is the most immersive. When I'm in that, I feel like I'm in a jungle. Now, Grad Krovi is very immersive too. I feel like I'm actually in Stalingrad, but Zetsubo really puts me into that like sad tone of, you're not getting out of this place. You're in the middle of a jungle. I also think that Zetsubo shines with a very balanced wonder weapon, and while yes, if you're hitting around 100, you're not going to use it, but in what other map do you really use the wonder weapon except maybe the bows and the Apothecon? Triple Pack-a-Punch really ruins the aspect of actually trying to hit around 100, but it's alright. That's for a different rant. I think the Masamune and KT4, they're really good. They're really balanced weapons. They don't have a ton of ammo, so you have to conserve it, but it's really good. And in order to get the Masamune, you have to kill a giant spider, which, bro, let me just say, that's got to be one of the best things Treyarch has ever added into any map ever. You literally kill a spider. And the Easter egg really sets you up for the long game and gives you the best camping spot in like all of zombies. I mean, arguably the best. It's literally perfect. All the zombies come in from one door, and the only way you can die really is if a Thrasher spawns behind you, but if you're paying attention, you're never gonna die. The Skull of Non-Stopway, such a cool just iteration of a wonder weapon. I think it's second of the Black Ops 3 specialist weapons, but that's just me, and it fits the tone as much as, you know, Grad Krovi's Dragon fit the tone. The Skull of Non-Stopway just really fits Zetsubo the way it should. And don't even get me started on the side Easter eggs. Oh my god. Spider bait? Bro, you literally turn into a spider. No other map on Black Ops 3 gives you this. Who can argue with that? The scariest jump scare in all of zombies, Doppelganger. And bro, the ZNS Lullaby. Oh my god. Hands down, most iconic song from Black Ops 3. Snakeskin Boots who? You listen to one Codename Pizza myth-busting video?
What's up guys, and welcome to Myth-busting Monday.
Iconic. And it is one of the most unique maps on Black Ops 3, maybe besides from Shadows of Evil and Grad Krovi, which I will argue, they are very unique. Black Ops 3 as a whole was very unique, so having a bunch of maps that are different from each other, it really just sets the tone for a good game, and I think Zetsubo complements every other map while also being very good. So yeah, that's a little bit why I think Zetsubo is my favorite map. I don't think it's the best map objectively, but I just love it. I don't know, something about it. Moving on to actually some Black Ops 4 now, and this is the map that I've seen actually a couple people really enjoy over the last couple of years. It's Tagged or Toten. I'll say it right now, it's the best BO4 map. I don't care. Fight me in the comments, but you're gonna have to get through me and Pitbull. It has a great layout. Just absolutely perfect. Every place of the map complements each other. And while there is some places that are like kind of obsolete, like the bottom of the slide tunnel with the ice in it, like you never go there, but that's like the only thing I would change about the layout of the map is just removing that. There's so many fast travels, zip lines, you got flingers, you got that little cave in the water that you can go under. You can open stuff up with dynamite. It's so good. And there's good side collectibles. Like, I mean, the heat pack, like that's pretty good if you want to train in the water. The dynamite, it's useful for literally opening up like every single part of the map. That's how you get the flow going on this map. You get the dynamite, you place it down, boom, whole other like map basically. I mean, you change the map. Like that's really cool in my opinion, that, you know, the player can actually change the map. There's also things from challenges that you can get, like self revives and stuff, and armor. Like, I mean, that's really unique. This map really did it all when it comes to collectibles. I also do think that Tag has some pretty decent wonder weapons, and while every map in Black Ops 4 falls under the curse of the Helion Salvo, I do think that if you actually try it out, they're pretty good. I mean, you have the Thunder Gun, you have the Tundra Gun, they're like kind of the same thing. I mean, some will argue that like the Tundra gun can kill more, but I mean, who can go wrong with either? And I just love using the Wonder Waff sniper rifle. I don't know what it is, but just like hitting shots with that, hitting headshots on zombies and having them all die at once. Like that's just so satisfying to me. I really do enjoy the wonder weapons, and they were pretty hard, but that complements the last map so good. Like, it's supposed to be hard for the last Aether map, you know? It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to deliver that, you know, nostalgia while also being difficult to complete for a lot of players. And I think that's, I mean, the Easter egg's very difficult. It's hard. The wonder weapons are especially fun for the boss fight, in my opinion. I mean, if you're running around getting chased by like 30 zombies and you turn around with a wonder waff, you actually have to hit your shots. You know, you have to be skilled, and especially in that one room where everything just starts closing in on you. If you don't have good aim and you don't have good playstyle, you're gonna die. I've died there multiple times in the last step of the Easter egg just because I run out of ammo, or you know, I just mess up. I do something stupid. But moving away from like the intensity of the Easter egg, it is such a beautiful map. Probably the most beautiful map we've ever had. If you really just take time, you know, right as you spawn in to look up at the skyline, oh my god, the snow, the sun rays, you get the bouncing off the factory, you got the water, it's so good. And if you do that little side Easter egg where you can see Mars, bro, oh my god, does that look stunning. It is literally the definition of beautiful. Other than you, you're pretty beautiful too. That wasn't weird, right? And in my opinion, the lore is awesome. You know, we never really knew who Pablo was until Tagged Your Toenail. I mean, we knew his name, but we didn't know that was, you know, who's at the top of the lighthouse. So that's just really cool. Hearing the quotes from Nikolai just really bring the map together and does connect the Victus with the Aether and the Primus and Ultimus. But I do wish that Primus would have ended it off and not Victus, but it's all right. You know what? We take what we got. Let's just talk about the cutscene. I know a lot of people hate it, and I know it because yes, Black Ops 4 was underfunded. And if they would have had the money to put toward a better cutscene, they should have put it toward a better cutscene, but they didn't. Looking at a standpoint from just a regular cutscene, I think it's really good, especially the ending where you get to manually control your player as you know, walk towards this light and you hear Richtofen and you hear all the different characters just saying what they would do differently. Like it complements the end of Aether really good in my opinion. It's very emotional. Like, okay, JC cried. All right, we all know that, but you know, I got pretty emotional. I didn't cry, but it was sad seeing the characters all, you know, dying and the cycle was broken. Overall, though, it deserves no hate. Tagged Your Toenail is so over compared to other maps like Call of the Dead and 9 and Ancient Evil that it's not even fair. Tagged Your Toenail is such a good map if you just look at it by itself. Look at it by itself, and I guarantee you, you will have a whole other standpoint on where you would place this map. And now for the last one. I know you're all been waiting for this one. What is it? What could it be? And this might come as a surprise because I think a lot of people like it, but I do think it's underrated. It's The Machine. I love me some Cold War, and my god, is The Machine the best map on Cold War. The setting, great. I don't know where it is, to be honest, but it's great. I mean, you're in a snowy, like, I think you're in the Alps or something. You're by some mountains with snow. That's all I know. But it's great. And the cycle of like the snow comes in every like 10 rounds or something. Like, that's really cool. And I think like the setting really perfectly coincided with COVID and the fact that it came out during like winter. Just sitting in my room playing Cold War, running around D Machine, it just felt cozy, you know? Something about it, man. It has great fast travel, much like Tagged Your Toenail, except that this fast travel is more like portals. So you can take a portal from, you know, Nocturne and Toenail all the way down to the particle accelerator room, and it really just ties the map together. And one more thing with portals, the map opens up as you play. Like, there's so much fast travel that you might have missed if you just didn't play a couple more rounds. If you turn on the power, I believe it's 10 rounds after you get the Wonder Fizz and all the fast travels. And if you go into the Dark Ether and you use a fast travel, that one's opened up in the actual map now, so you can go and use that. Like, it's similar to a lot of the other good maps where it actually takes time to open up the map, but once you do that, it's flowing. Like, the map is just perfect. It's perfect for getting around, perfect for moving to different places. You never really find yourself lost in this map. Now, similar to Zetsubo, it has a great camping spot. I mean, this one's probably better than Zetsubo, if not the best of all time. Sitting on top of Noct, just mindlessly killing hordes and hordes of zombies is just one of the few memories that I will never get back. Grinding camos was so easy with Cold War, it's just perfect. And speaking of guns, the wonder weapons were really good. I mean, the ray gun came back and oh my god, was it buffed. Now I know they did turn down the damage a little bit, but that's what they usually do with zombies. It's still a great wonder weapon. The Die Shockwave is really good. Now I know the variants aren't that good, but I do prefer the Electrobolt over any other variant, including the starting one, as you can move really fast with it if you have speed cola and stamina, and you can also just shred the zombies if you keep holding down the trigger. And then if you're out of ammo, you pop a ring of fire and boom, back to full ammo, baby. I do wish like the poison variant and the fire variant were better. And bro, to be honest, bro, the ice variant sucks complete caca. It's terrible. You can't kill a single zombie with it. And on top of the camping spots of D Machine, we have training spots. Oh my god, there's so many places to train. I would bet that D Machine has the most places to effectively train on any map besides from Ascension. The spawn room, you could train by the plane wing. You could just like fly off of it and run around. You could train in the particle accelerator room. There's many places to train that you'll just like never get stuck in. You'll never die. And I know it's different from like what I talked about in the other maps, but I'm gonna bring nostalgia into it. It's the most nostalgic map on Cold War. This is the reason why I remember Cold War Zombies, was because of D Machine. Quarantine just hit different back in Cold War. I was attending Zoom classes while I was playing with my friends on Cold War. They would be like, is anybody playing video games? And I'd just be like, nope. Not me. Grinding for camels. It brought so many new players, and I know I mentioned this a lot, but you know, Tfue, there's a lot of Fortnite players that came over, and that really just boosted the zombies morale up. And I know it did fall off later on, but that's a great way to start it. D Machine just brought so many good things. It's got a simple Easter egg, and good or bad, I argue that it's a solid Easter egg. It could have been like Final Reich, and what I mean by that is there could have been two paths, like a harder Easter egg and just a casual Easter egg. That would have made it a lot better, and I feel like if we had an actual boss fight for the harder Easter egg, that would make it so much more replayable. It's got great perk locations, although you don't really use them because of the Wonder Fizz, but when you do, like, they're all set up perfectly. Jug is there, you know, Quick Revive is over here by the exfil site. You go down, you got 2 pass, you got Speed Cola, you got Deadshot, and you got the new perk, which is conveniently placed the furthest away from everything so that you have to open up the whole map before you get to see the new perk. It's a great flowing zombies map, and for the first time I played it, buying all the perks actually felt like I was progressing in the map as well. But ending it off, I just have to say D Machine was the greatest way to start off zombies that we could have possibly imagined with Cold War. I don't think it's the greatest starting map of all time, but I do think it set up Cold War Zombies perfectly. But yeah, all of these maps are underrated, and if you don't think so, I can't really do anything because that would be assault, but they're underrated, all right? Thank you guys for watching. You know, I really appreciate it. You know, make sure to drop your insights down in the comment section below. If you guys hate me, also make sure to tell me that. You know, I'd really appreciate that. But anyways, it's like 10 o'clock on a school night here, so I gotta get this video edited. I gotta sleep, bro. But thank you for watching, guys. I love y'all. Until next time, Lindsay's Lab, out.